Shout out to US ARC and all US ARC members. If you don't know what US ARC is, don't be ashamed. Just go ahead and click the third link in the description below. See what US ARC is all about, okay? You never know when legislations are going to hit your backyard, so that's why it's very important to consider becoming a US ARC member today. These numbers really do matter, and they look at it for consideration when it comes to battling legislation. So first and foremost, thank you, Phil Goss. Thank you to anybody out there who partners up and volunteers with US ARC organization. Thank you for anyone out there who's a US ARC member. And if you can't become a US ARC member today, please talk about it on your platforms. Let your neighbors know, let all your pet stores know what US ARC is here for, and it's here to fight for our animal rights. Thank you to every US ARC member and US ARC supporter out there. Cheers.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, coolest reptile network in the world, episode 696. Got Barry Swope finally here on tonight's show. I'm looking forward to it. I'm your boy MJ. What is good, everybody? It's your first time tapping in. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, select all. You'll be reminded of every podcast released out of the network 7 days a week. That's right. Every day of the week, you will find a brand new podcast released out of this network. And I just want to remind you guys, if you're more on the audio side of things, awesome. Head over to your favorite audio platform, whichever one that is, Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, and just go at it, man. Go listen to all those episodes on the audio platform. So if you're working, tired of hearing commercials on YouTube, go for the audio platform. So thank you so much for all the love and support, man. But, man, what is good? Happy Thursday. Woo! Got Barry Swope tonight. Been trying to get Barry on the show for a while. Well, mentally, ever since I've been hearing his name going like 5 years, ever since starting Trap Talk, basically, his name's been brought up on my show here and there. And then as, you know, we speed up to now, man, you know, that he's definitely a lot more out there. So I'm really excited to get to know his past and whatnot. And, you know, for him to be where he's at today with some of these leading awesome projects in the ball python game, it's awesome. So we're gonna learn a lot, man. But I'm excited. Shout out to everyone in the chats. Got to remind you guys, if you want exclusive content, if you want like first dibs on certain vlogs I have released for Morph Market, or if you want to get on my wait list for my chondros or my emeralds, come join the Trap Talk Patreon family. You can simply do that by clicking the first link in the description below. As soon as you join the Trap Talk Patreon family, you connect to a Discord, and there's an awesome Instagram group chat that's popping 24/7. Got trappers from all over the world, man, and that's a fact. So thank you so much for all the love and support. Definitely want to shout my sponsors tonight, because definitely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my sponsors. And one of them being Mark Bailey from Mark Bailey Reptiles. Head over to Morph Market, type in Mark Bailey Reptiles. You will see some of the best projects you can get your hands on in the ball python game produced by this man. 40 plus years in the game, full-time reptile keeper. It's pretty next level, super dreamy. I hope to be able to say I have that much under my belt someday. But yeah, I respect this guy a lot, guys. And to have him as a sponsor is really, really heartwarming for me. And so, guys, check him out. Again, on Morph Market. Mark Bailey Reptiles. Tap into his work. Thank you so much, Mark, for your support. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. Especially if you're coming into this and you're stacking awesome, beautiful looking ball pythons, make sure they're all documented and into a data system like Clutch. This is it, man. I'm telling you right now, this is cutting edge. This is the future of the game. Staying organized and looking fresh, looking professional. Clutch will help you with all that. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Thank you, Justin. Thank you the entire Clutch team down in South Africa and everyone else who works with Clutch. Check them out on Instagram, and also head over to their website and try them free for 30 days. Again, that's Clutch. Thank you so much. Also, if you got a ball python shed, make sure you're turning them into RGI, Rare Genetic Inc. Definitely ahead of the game and doing amazing things. Also working with colubrids. Head over to their website. Also, you never know what they could possibly help you prove out with your sheds. So if you want to turn in sheds, just get with Dr. Ben, or simply just start sending them in and let them know exactly what you're looking for. So thank you so much again, RGI. Head over to RGI's Instagram account, Rare Genetic Inc. Go to their website. Again, if you got those sheds, man, turn them into RGI. And also you can get updated on their YouTube account as well. So go to their YouTube channel and go subscribe to that as well. And thank you so much, RGI. Last but not least, shout out to the Reptile Super Show, January 10th and 11th. It's going down. Shout out to Rami. Man, we're going to be... There's going to be hell of people at the Reptile Super Show this coming January 10th and 11th. Our boy, Big E Top G, will be in attendance. I'm of course, is going to be there. I found out my boy Dennis Smith from the Serpent Smiths is going to be there. And of course, Morph Market, man. We're gonna be killing it. So be ready for the Reptile Super Show. If you have the time to come through, I recommend it. All right. Head over to the reptilesupershow.com, get your tickets, find information on hotels, locations, etc. And again, thank you so much, Rami, and the entire Reptile Super Show team. Cannot wait to pull up and bring some really awesome animals and just really hang out with a bunch of amazing people. So shout out to the Reptile Super Show. Big things, man. Again, I'm really excited for tonight. This is your first time watching. Please hit that like button for the homie Barry Swope, because we're going to get into it, man. I hope you guys are excited about the ball python game as like I am, because so many things to discuss, especially when you are working, leading ball python projects, such as my man Barry Swope. So do what you got to do to get your mind right. Do what you got to do to stay hydrated. This is episode 696. Barry Swope coming at you guys right now. Let's go.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, God love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
All right, we're live, episode 696. Barry Swope, finally got him on Trap Talk. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, MJ? Thanks for having me. I've been wanting to get on for a while, but things just didn't link up with us.
Well, dude, I didn't even, we haven't even met, and I had already heard your name, and this is going, legit, probably at least 4 years ago. So I know you've been around. So to see you kind of where you're at now with, dude, you're super branded up, going to shows. Now you're getting yourself out there. So I think it's awesome that you're coming on now, because you're I feel like you are known as two different people now. I mean, I heard about you back when you were more low key, would never really see anything that you're doing. And now I run into you at Tinley. I see you fucking vending. You have amazing work, what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm excited, bro.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was, that's why the name is Elusive. I was literally elusive for a long time.
Dude, so are you from where Chris Rice is from? That same area?
Yeah, so we grew up in Longwood, Florida, which is, a suburb of Orlando.
Nice.
And we were the 12-year-old buddies who went snake hunting and started reptiles together. Me and Chris and another buddy, Mike Fabrizio, who does, he has a Appy in the red tails is what he calls them. But he's just a hobbyist still at the moment, but all the different localities of red tails he has. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I don't know. I admire Chris, man. Shout out to Coach Rice. He's helped me out a lot, just even with just posting his content and seeing how passion he's been with emeralds, it's also like lit my passion for emeralds throughout the years, and us becoming pretty good friends just over the phone, and him helping me out. And I always thought like, you know, like, fuck, that would have been cool to grow up with somebody like that, you know, like having someone that tapped into the reptile world. But when I was into snakes at 6 years old, all the way through fucking high school, I never met anyone who's into snakes. I was like in my own little world. Like people thought it was cool, but like I never found a schoolmate who's like, hey, I have a snake too. Like, what do you have? Like that never happened until I got into my fucking 30s. But in Florida, that was like a fucking normal thing. Like reptiles has been a thing. It's been like that for years, you know?
Oh yeah, so you know, he used to just skateboard around the neighborhood, and I had a group of friends on the other side of the neighborhood, and we didn't really link up until I had ended up with a corn snake down the road, you know, bought one at the pet store, you know, it was like $30 or something.
Yeah.
And that was my first snake. And then, you know, all of a sudden he's like, oh man, I like snakes. And then that dude Mike that we knew, he had a boa, and his brother had a ball python, and we just got into it pretty hard back then. I mean,
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I see pictures from, you know, Chris has shared pictures of him as a kid, you know, like with boa constrictors and shit. And so again, like it would have been cool. I'm happy with how my journey started with loving snakes, but I did not have homies like Chris or you. Wish I did. But now I do. Now we're friends. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Okay. So I want to know when things got serious for you, you know, because obviously like ball pythons, yeah, make fun of it all you want, but this is a grown man game, man. There's some serious money being spent into this game. It's been that way for years. At what year was it for you where you were looking into like, you know, certain things that you wanted to work with, like making it projects and whatnot?
Well, number one, I always liked ball pythons, so I was made fun of by my friends back then for, you know, ball pythons were cool, but they had boas and retics and berms and everything else, and my favorite was fucking ball pythons. So even in the 90s, I preferred ball pythons.
Yeah.
And then like 2000 to 2002, me and Chris started working for a local reptile distributor that would import and buy from other distributors, like big ones like Strictly and stuff, and then we would ship to pet stores. So we were right in the midst of importing and digging through thousands of ball pythons and boas and all the fun stuff in the early 2000s, very early. I wasn't smart enough to keep any from that time, and I'm sure that tons of morphs slid through my hands because I'm not even sure Codom was a thing at that time. I think the ivory had come out right around the middle of that. And we're like, yellow belly was a thing, really? Like,
and when you guys found out about ivory, you knew it came from a yellow belly, or did you like, or did it pop up somewhere and it took a little bit to figure out? I was always curious about that.
So Amir made it, and Amir, you know, Amir was breeding yellow belly to yellow belly, and that's how when we all heard about it, and then it was like, oh, that's what we should have did, is breed these together, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're, you know, yellow bellies are kind of subtle on their own, so they were neat and you could pick them out, but it wasn't like something to die for at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't that eye popping.
Most of these morphs weren't, you know, like, you know, they're selectively bred to look better now, but some of the first ones weren't that nice.
Because they're a bunch of foundation like morphs, like it's like not much now, but waiting to either put it back into each other or put in something else. Which here we are, 30 plus years later or 20 plus years later. And fucking finding out like just what yellow belly does to whatever clown project or whatever, anything. Yellow belly is a powerful morph, just like, you know, red stripe and blackhead, and like, man, the list goes on. But you know, some of these, like you said, especially back then, it's hard to see this, and it's hard to like realize like what has potential and what doesn't.
Well, we bred corn snakes back then when we were kids, so we understood recessives. We had the snows and the albinos and the anneries and the ghost, and that stuff made sense. But, you know, ball pythons, you had clown pied and albino that no one could afford, and, you know, pastel maybe had just come out around then, or maybe, I'm not sure if the ivory might have come out beforehand, but like Codom wasn't a thing, so we didn't really think that, you know, you could just breed them and get stuff right away. And then if you did, you expected hets. So you're probably like, what's this? But It was a lot different back then, that's for sure. I mean, you didn't even have the internet. We would literally go on get the local newspaper, look in the classifieds, or go to the local pet shop to try to find snakes and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't want to sound like one of those old timers, like, trying to tell the youngsters, like, you don't know how good you have it, but really it's the truth. Like, dude, like the way it's easy to access information now, the way it is to meet somebody, good or bad, unfortunately, but I'm just saying, like, you could connect with people way faster. It's like way different than it was back in your time, for sure. I always trip out about how when people were interested in snakes somebody had, they would send them pictures. Like, you would get pictures in the mail.
Yeah, priceless.
Yeah, priceless. Yeah. And so, like, I remember some people had old Polaroids that they would share on the show sometimes. I'm like, holy shit, look at that,
Oh yeah, that was, there wasn't all this technology to do that. Email was barely rolling at that time.
Yeah, dude, what a
I
trip.
mean, it's come a long way, and we were very fortunate that we had a Central Florida Herp Society that, oddly enough, Wayne Hill used to be the president of.
Wow.
Back in the day. So I've been hearing that voice since I was like 12 years old.
And that guy's still kicking.
Oh man, he's like 80 something on a Segway, but all that snake money is probably just using to keep him alive through the years. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously going to my first Daytona, like I got to see Wayne. I didn't get to meet him because he just seemed busy, and he just just seemed like somebody you don't want to bother. So I was just like, all right, do your thing. But it was so funny because, like, it's like everyone would, like, almost, like, when he got on the mic, it was like almost a typical thing he does on the mic when the show starts or something like that. And so it's kind of a little, I could tell, like, that's a nostalgia thing of Daytona, of what that guy is like on the mic and everything. Like, he's Daytona basically, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he did the same thing at the Herp Society meetings. We would come in, have a little swap meet before the thing, and then somebody would come in and be a guest speaker or something like that, and then afterwards you could have a little swap meet, but he was always on that microphone.
So let's kind of speed things up here. As we got closer to social media days, which I in my eyes, I think social media really took off 2015, 2016, and then really 2017 with the lives.
It's probably when I got into it too, because I sort of was forced to get into it with the way the industry was going.
Okay, so were you holding on to stuff this entire time and just kind of like just playing it out, and then you realize what you had and you're like, okay, I need to step it up? Or like, where were you at, like, when you decide in that time that, okay, I need to, like, really go for it,
Well, I never really pushed to be a ball, to make it a business. I've always just been a hobbyist. I still feel like a hobbyist. It's just I had to turn it into a business basically. But I used to have, like, I got lucky, got into some vanillas, and then the vanilla cream came out, and I was pushing for that project because vanilla fire combos were really cool back then. I think I made the first Orange Dream vanilla cream. I got into Orange Dreams in 2011. That was my first big investment. I spent $3,500, I think, with Oz on an OD fire.
Wow.
So I could breed it to my vanillas. So that was my first investment, I think, for like big investment.
$3,500.
Yep.
What did that world's first that you made? Did you sell it right away, or did you keep it?
No one really cared. It wasn't like a big deal. Like, Orange Dream was still in its infancy. Like, when I bought mine in 2011, I was literally negotiating the animal while his first super clutch hatched, where he was trying to figure it out.
Wow.
Yeah. So, so I did Orange Dream for probably 5+ years before I really got thinking about something else like puzzle. So I was making super Orange Dream combos and just focusing everything on Orange Dream for quite a while.
2012 or 2011? I'm sorry. What year was that? 2011.
2011 is when I got the OD fire.
So I don't mean to pivot here on this when we're talking, but I got to ask you, because you obviously know Orange Dream. You've been working it for fucking decades, or a decade, over a decade. Okay, so what's your thoughts on Scrambler, bro? Like, is it do you think it's a line of some sort? Like, if you could really just kind of, and just again, I want what's best for people. So I'm I don't bring this topic up to be like, oh, I hope fucking you guys lose. I don't want nobody to lose, but I do want to know. And I'm curious what people like you think, you know?
I'm a little jaded on the topic because basically I've worked with it since I had orange dreams. So like I started noticing it with a lot of orange dream yellow belly stuff, and more notably, I was buying a lot of stuff from Paul Miles at Boa Barn. I don't know if you knew him or not, but
when you say you're buying a lot of stuff, you're buying a lot of scrambler, or are you talking about orange dream?
I was buying orange dream combos. The scrambler wasn't a thing back then.
Okay, I was making sure.
Yeah. So I ended up. So basically, Paul Miles got the first OD clown pied from Matt Osvath, I think. It might have been a leopard clown pied, something like that. And then he bred it to a bunch of orange dream stuff or other clowns and stuff. And I remember for a while, me and Levance was, trying to buy up some of the stuff for those last few years that Paul Miles was in business. And he was selling these OD combos as leopard because they were drastically different and it made sense, but they all turned out to be het pied. So in my experience, most of it was het pied that did that. So I've seen it with that.
And we know het pieds could look crazy. Like I've seen het pieds that look better than some visual pieds. you know,
definitely. So I think I even worked with it for a while trying to figure it out, and I was calling it a very visual het pied, and I was trying to isolate something, and I just couldn't. So I didn't really push beyond there, but I've made tons of orange dream and super orange dreams with the lifted pattern in that look, and I probably still making them. I'm pretty sure that OD yellow belly black pastel hypo puzzle I made has the same stuff going on. I feel like it's a polygenic
trait
reaction maybe between like orange dream and most notably like yellow belly and black pastel, and then like het pied and calico all in the mix. Like I mean, you can get just an orange dream het pied can look like a scrambler. Calico combos. I mean, a lot of it does. I still don't know what to say about it or where to go with it. So, I mean, I like Chris, and I really feel that he believes that what he has is what he has. So I don't want to. He's putting the work in, at least on trying to figure it out. I just I don't have the time to dive in and try to. I don't have the room to try to do all that isolating. But in my experience of me having it, it just kind of always seemed to be rolling around in my orange dream stuff.
Yeah, and I shot Chris a message, and he's a nice guy. Every time I met him, real respectable guy, and he has good looking animals. Everything looks healthy. I think he's somebody where like he should be a part of what we have going on because how good he takes care of his stuff. But at the end of the day, like I'm like, dude, there's things that we have in 2025 that could solve so much of this back and forth that's happening about and again, I'm not saying it needs to happen overnight, but it took this long to finally be like, oh, let's start turning in sheds, because I brought this up over a year ago, like, are we gonna start turning in sheds? And nobody was interested. It was like, no. I remember he told me like literally 9-10 months ago, I'm not gonna be turning in sheds, and I was like, huh, that's weird. Like, how you gonna fulfill this then? Like because you're gonna have people like myself and Emilio who are just like, well, wait a minute, like you can't call this its own thing when there's not even a fucking shed test for it. Okay. And then also there's a lot of speculation of how this came about, which it does make sense. Orange Dream has been around for a long time, and we know why is Ozzy, because he was the one to perfect it and put it back into it, and just it's on a whole nother level. Ozzy has the best Orange Dream in the game, and you could tell. But like, dude, I don't know.
Honestly, Chris probably has the best Orange Dreams now.
I guess you could be right. Yeah, because those are insane. You're right. They're insane.
He is. I mean, if anyone said, where can I get a really nice orange dream animal? I'd be like, go to Chris Hernan. He is selectively breeding very well over there. He's like multi-generations in. I'd make a super and then move on, try to get a new combo. He's just been selectively breeding and line breeding his stuff. So that's why it all looks so great. And, and it's probably adding to the scrambler thing.
which is probably making it difficult. You know what I mean?
It's definitely difficult. Like, honestly, I would be like, let's buy some fucking normals and breed some of these super scrambler things to the
100%.
normals and see what actually comes out. But
yeah, like for instance, like, you know, in a project like GHI or something, you know, a simple, like, we know what a GHI looks like because we were able to isolate it, like, you know. And then if it's a gravel, let's say if it's something like it looks like a gravel where it looks like a normal but it's very subtle, like, well, you know, the only way we find that out is if we fucking isolate it to normals and then we turn those sheds in. But that, again, like I said, I think we're getting there. I really am. I'm excited because now that the feet are getting put to the fire, like, there's no other way around this but shed testing. Shed testing is going to solve it all, dude. You know what I mean?
They have to, and they have to know what they're looking for. And I guess it's just with enough samples.
With enough sheds, yes.
Yeah. So,
yeah, day by day.
I mean, it would be the same as me trying to pick out the 3 or 4 different looking puzzles that are popping out, like the infamous cryptic puzzle that isn't really cryptic. You know, that could be that'd be one of my whole things to stand my ground on. I don't think there's a single puzzle out there with the actual cryptic gene in it, but everyone's going cryptic puzzles, het cryptic puzzles, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that whole Krypton shit confused me so much. I never had interest, like, and I've seen some cool stuff. Like, I've seen some people post some shit, but like, I remember, I forgot. I'm not saying Emilio said this, but it was definitely on an episode, or maybe it was in his chats or my chats. I can't remember, but I was told that the cryptic, right? Cryptic is the Temu version of puzzle.
Yeah, basically, cryptic is its own gene. So there are like I have a pure cryptic hypo, so I bred it to some stuff and I made, you know, a bunch of hypo combos at cryptic, and I don't have the clown. I don't have any clowns. So I'm like, I feel like cryptic got looked over because, you know, it got allelic with clown and then everyone just moved on. I don't know. So I want to try to see what can be done with it on its own, which there was also migraine and a mur, I think is what it's called in overseas, AMUR.
I'm not sure.
But there's like 3 or 4 different lines of that, which probably all came from the Bell stuff, which is what everyone seems to think.
Yeah, and okay, I mean, like, I know we're kind of switching gears here now, but there's just so many examples of multiple lines of the same gene. Like, it's hard. Like, that's not uncommon. It's not uncommon at all. So that's why I'm like, dude, settle down, please. I'm just saying, like, I get it. It's a beautiful project, and I just want it. I want it for what it is. That's all, you know.
Yeah, it's tough to say it's a gene without, you know, proof. And I know he's trying hard, and I honestly don't think he's trying to scam people, or I do believe that he believes that he has what he has, and I don't want to step on toes. You know, he's at least putting the work in, but like, I run into the same thing. I had bought Motley clowns from Europe, and when I brought them in and, you know, spent a bunch of money on them, then everyone who made a weird clown called it a Motley clown, and it ruined the project and nobody wanted it anymore. So you got tons of people out there going, well, this looks Scrambler, I'm going to call it Scrambler. So then there's going to be a bunch of fake ones, and
that's what I'm saying, dude. It's gonna create such a mess, and like the ball python game's already a little bit messy right now. Like, there's already like, oh god, like 5 names for one project, and like, you know, and one thing that kind of, I feel like with this Scrambler thing on top of the whole hurricane trick thing and many other, it's like kind of like, god damn it, when are we going to start fucking inventorying this mess and start getting rid of some of these bullshit? And, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like there's no going back from trick hurricane. Trick's fucked. I feel like if you are working a trick hurricane project, but you're like, you know what, I gotta label my shit trick because that's what it is, dude, you're fucked, unfortunately, because of hurricane, and it sucks because hurricane's it's the same, you know.
And or who's working it, and it's more popular if the so-and-so's working this. So people have changed names. I've sold assets to people and they became confusions.
Yeah, dude. I always thought about that. You know, when I thought about that was during the whole DG Enhancer. Is that what the name was? Enhancer? And they were considered the same?
Yeah, that's the Canadian one. They even had, I think there was like Phoenix or something at one point too. I mean, yeah, this has been going on through the whole ball python game though. There's like 6 lines of fire, 5 lines of, you know, yellow belly, like, and people coming up with new names because they made their own one or stumbled across one on their own.
Maybe not everyone has intentions to do people, but come on, dude, you're gonna tell me all these people are innocent? If we were to gather up every fucking Canadian multiple more for whatever country, are all these guys really innocent here? Like, are these all like, are these all oopsies? No, dude. Like, that's why I like some of this shit. I try to smell it out. And again, I like Chris, and I've never called what he has going on a scam. That's never come out of my mouth. But also, I'm like, yo, show me the receipts. That's all I want, are receipts at some point. And then I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for anyone that wants to do good with that project. But goddamn, if I was you, and if I had my pockets deep in the scrambler, I would be trying to isolate it and get any sheds I possibly can personally to save that project for sure. 1,000.
Yeah, and I think it was the Marcus Chain guy that told him that it looked like his stuff, and then they're going with that name. But I think I would have rolled with my own name until it turned out to be the same or not. But
yeah,
I mean, this isn't the first time that things like this have happened. It's not going to be the last time. So I mean,
yeah,
you know, regardless, he's making beautiful stuff over there.
To me, that's why I feel like no matter what the case is, to me, again, it's just funny because how worked up this is getting for people, and I'm loving it. I got my popcorn. I'm okay over here.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, I got my popcorn, dude. I stay ready, but I'm just curious where things are gonna head. You know, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, my mind went blank. Shit. All right. Okay, we'll shift gears here because I want to get to the whole history of puzzle with you. I mean, puzzle's been around for a minute, from what I know.
Yes. So back when I had ODs in like 11 and 12 and all those years, like, you know, pastel puzzles were around, and I was eyeballing them. Maybe we should say. And I didn't like pastel because orange dream and pastel kind of defeat the purpose to me, because I like orange. I don't like yellow. So I wanted to make orange snakes. So I watched puzzle for many, many years. And I don't remember what year it was that Sean made the first normal puzzle, but I like fell in love with that. I was like, that needs to be orange dream, but I still didn't get a hold of one.
Hey, let's play the game Beetlejuice. Say his full name.
Yeah. Sean Bradley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if you say.
You want to see? Want to see how many times I say it?
Don't say it again. Don't say it again. Hold on. All right. Continue, please.
Okay. So then, you know, watching it through the years, I had actually sold everything I had in 14, and in 15 I was just buying up beautiful, expensive snakes like banana pieds and shit, you know, that I just wanted. And then I really started to shift gears. I started a OD hypo project, and at that time I went to Daytona, and Sean Bradley had his hypo. He had his hypo puzzle on the table in Daytona, and I shit myself. And I'm like, I need one of these.
Wow.
So that was 2015 Daytona, I believe. And then it was like not long after that he had produced a female, and it was for sale. I think it was like $7,500. So I put money down on it. And then he produced another male that he called Aberrant, and he was selling it with 2 proven breeder double heads for like 12, I think. And I ended up spending like $9,500 and traded some OD stuff to him. So I was able to get out of the female and get into the male with the proven double heads. And I was on my way. I was like, I'm going to do Orange Dream Hypo puzzles. That was, you know, back in 2015, I saw it. It didn't happen for a long fucking time, but I saw it in 2015.
And can we kind of talk about that? Like, you know, because I feel like, man, this must have been a good chunk of years ago. And now, which we're going to look at, like, you're just now making some crazy visual puzzle hypo shit. So like, what steps were you taking, or like, was it just shitty odds? Like, what was happening?
So 17, I made my first puzzles. I bred that male to both the double heads, and I think I made 5 puzzles and 4 hypo puzzles, possibly, out of the 2 of them.
2017 made hypo puzzles?
2017, yeah.
Wow, shit.
So I made
a long time
two females. 2 female hypo puzzles. Everything else was a male. So I kept those 2 girls. I had a hard time selling them. Nobody gave a shit about puzzle back then. It was very difficult. I think we had them at 4,500 at that time. So it was a little depressing dealing with that. And honestly, I would have liked to get like 6 females. I just wanted to make females so I could get the projects rolling. So that first year was like great and depressing at the same time because I did
'Cause
make a lot.
you weren't getting steam off of it. Like there weren't people losing.
No,
Really?
people weren't into puzzle really, and no one really gave a
Wow.
shit about hypo.
I mean, hypo. I remember kind of being like, well, left to the fucking wayside. But you know, puzzle. I would think. I mean, I saw puzzle hypo starting to pop up just a couple years ago, and I was like, dude, this is fucking nice. But it's crazy how people were sleeping on that back then. That's nuts.
You know, it was probably around the same time the Batman came out and shit. So everyone was just clown, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And there was that was a crazy era because it was like every fucking new vlog Justin was putting out.
Yeah.
It was like calendar type fucking ball python shit. Like, oh my God, magma, all that crazy shit back then, dude. That was nuts.
Yeah, so it wasn't a hot mover. Some people say because Sean was in the project, they didn't want to deal with it. I had words with him, so I mean, we're all right now. But it was a rough. I almost got the hell out of it because of the things he said.
So that had something to do with it too, because who basically you had to almost go through to get the project, other than yourself. There was a bad name. I mean, I hate to say bad name, Sean. Sorry, I know you're probably listening, but there had to be something that people didn't like who was associated with that project, maybe.
That or just maybe, you know, he still kind of wanted some, you know, creativity with it, like not letting you do whatever you want, you know, like some control.
Like creative control.
Yeah, like even to this day that it's still his project, and you know what I mean. Just
yeah, you're tripping, bro. Sorry. if I pay something and it's mine, you ain't telling me what I'm gonna fucking do with it. I'll tell you that much.
And honestly, I wasn't even in it to make money. I was in it to make what I wanted to make, where I wanted to go. I don't like to do what everyone else is doing. I like to try to just make cool new things.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of been my MO. But I think for some reason, when I bred that male, and I think that the female OD slugged out, and then like another season, the female hypo puzzle slugged out. So that must have been like at least 2.5 years later. So it took a long time to finally get the hets, which I finally, so probably what, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 or 19, I probably hit the OD yellow belly Enchi hypo het puzzle male. And that's when it was like, all right, it's on now. I got all the genes I need and I got to get it going. And I think that same year that I made some Orange Dream hypo puzzle stuff, I think a couple other people did too. But one was in Europe and one was old Chandler Hatfield. But yeah, so finally getting to that point took a while, and I don't think it really popped off. When the hell did it pop off? I can't even remember. Probably 3 years ago. Do you remember?
What with puzzle?
When puzzle really popped off?
I'd say 2 years ago. I would say at least like 2 years ago. It was like, all right, like you knew this was something that was going to start being on the forefront. I feel, and then I feel like you're the first one who was making shit like this that made puzzle just look like candy. Like I gotta say, you started making my very first like puzzles I was favoring in the hobby. For sure.
Well, I appreciate that. And one of the things that I did do back then that a lot of people can't bring themselves to do, maybe they rely on money, you know, the animals to do money. I'm a mechanic by trade. I have a job. So I was more about where I could go.
Here he is, happy after Chinley.
Yeah. 4 hours of sleep, taking transmissions out. Dude, I had to do an EV battery on a Silverado today for the first time. I'm like,
God, EV battery, jeez, poor guy. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so when you're not chasing the dollar and you're chasing the project, you can do different things. So I spent at least 3 years making hets instead of visuals. I could have just been making visual hypo puzzles and making money, but instead I chose to make hypo het combos of things that will help me down the road, which are the things you're seeing me make today from
Right.
these hets I've been making. And I think it worked out well. I didn't get that immediate payday, but I'm making some really good stuff and really figuring out what works with puzzle. Like black pastel was new to me. I never even really worked with it with Orange Dream, and that project I really lucked into. So a friend of ours, Brian at Chaotic Reptiles, he acquired somebody's collection back in the day where I had gave a double head away from that first year that nobody wanted stuff.
Right.
And he bred that double head to a black pastel, and then he kept those babies, and then he bred that double head to one of those babies, and he made black pastel hypo puzzle like 3 years ago. And I was so jealous, and I got lucky last year that I was able to acquire the male at breeding size.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and we worked together again this year, and I just made a hypo hidden gene Woma puzzle, and everyone hates hidden gene Woma, but I'm telling you, I think I'm gonna be able to bring that back because it looks really good without pastel in it.
So I heard, okay, I talked about this while back about hidden gene Woma being one of those fucking like you just never know type of things. Like if you put it in the right type of combination, it could be so crazy. But then you could also make a real fucking ugly combo as well. So I'm curious.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to see if you could keep like, well, do you have that one on your page that you made it all? Is it up yet or not yet?
I haven't. I've had to assist feed it once or twice, so I haven't
Okay.
posted him yet. I'm waiting until he's thriving, but
Yeah.
I will make announcements and keep people updated because it looks really good. Winston was just at the house the other day, and he goes, yeah, he was checking it out, and he goes, I have to say it looks good, and that pisses me off.
Yeah, but it's cool that you have that because if you could continue to make that look awesome and it's not just a one-hit wonder, I'd be interested. I'd be curious to see where that.
I already know some places to go with it because I've loved it I've always loved hidden gene Woma. I don't even understand the hate, but years ago, Nick Sloan made OD Yellow Belly hidden gene Woma, and I think I traded for one of those or something back in the day with him. But that was a really good looking combo. And looking at this hidden gene Woma hypo puzzle by itself, I'm like, I'm gonna put OD Yellow Belly into it immediately, and I could see it in my head how cool it's gonna look. Keep away from the blue eyes with it and shit. Do something different, and you can do things. But hidden gene Woma is a neat morph, and I don't. It's like Spot Nose. Nobody wanted it till Justin made a Batman. So, I mean, I just got to make the right thing.
So on the topic of Batmans, which, obviously Clown is involved when it comes to Batmans.
Yeah.
What's the interesting topic with puzzle is the whole Clown puzzle thing, right?
Yeah.
When did you see that coming? Like, did you already know, like, I'm not going to pursue that? Or were you shocked when you found out that, like, holy shit, like, how come you don't get one or the other? Or both. I mean, when you put them together, like, where was your whole?
It wasn't a project I was into because I had already got out of Clown, so I wasn't really worried about how it worked with Clown. But I am surprised that it didn't do something.
So you don't have no Clown stuff?
No, I had some pretty decent clowns for quite a few years, and I think around when Justin made the Pompeiis, I'm looking at my 70-something square foot closet that you guys have seen pictures of. You can barely open a tub in, and I'm going, if I want to stay relevant, I can't do it in Clown with this small collection, and I have all these other projects. So it was easiest. I was probably half Clown. I had Clown Pieds too.
That's a good point though. Like you gotta have space, and you gotta, like, obviously holding shit back should already be a part of the game plan, but there are certain projects that, like Clown, for instance, where you got to hold a lot of that shit back. You know what I mean? So that's actually smart.
Yeah, and it wasn't like I dumped it. It was actually good timing. I needed to get out of Clown, and Kittinger was coming up as, becoming Kittinger Reptiles. So between picking up, all the Acid Clown stuff Josh had, and all the Clown stuff I had, and all the Clown stuff he had, he was leading the way in Clowns for a little bit too,
How'd you link up with Jason, man? Well, I shout out to the Kittinger family. Shout out to Jen. I love Jen. Jason's an awesome guy, and his wife. Well, how do you know them?
How do I know them? Jason used to come into that shop I used to work at 20 something years ago with his biology teacher. So Jason was probably like 16, and they would come in and pick up like iguanas and ball pythons and bullshit to take the Repticons, which back then were called something different. But yeah.
16, yeah. Shout out to Jason. I've had him on a couple times. I remember his first episode and like telling me like how he's been about this since fucking high school. Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's a trip. Also another Florida thing. It's like not surprised.
Yeah, and he's not out. I mean, he may have sold out of ball pythons for the most part, but that's just taking a break from ball pythons. I mean, he just got into shit up your alley. He's picking up Bolins. So
he's getting Bolins, man. All right,
that's everybody's dream snake. So I'm excited to at least pretend I work with them when I go over there and check them out.
Yeah, that's one. I'm like, man, that's a dream species of mine, but it's like that's one dream pet too. Like, of course, like I would love to breed, but in my I feel like unless we get them to breed a lot now and get these captive born babies to get old enough to start going, I feel like the only way you're gonna get these fuckers to go for you is if you have 3 males and like 2 females. Like it's like you need like a group.
I've heard that from some people. Yeah.
But anyways, if Jason is downgrading that much, like if he's eliminating that much overhead, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like that's why I'm like, dude, you get to it's like a whole new chapter for you. Like you get to start over, which is pretty awesome.
And he's still got some boas and some chondros.
Yeah.
And he talks about basins. We'll see.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, definitely all my stuff, man. I love it.
So I recently got my dream snake, which isn't as crazy as a Bolin's, but just as crazy to me is I finally got some Angolans after.
You got Angolans? Nice.
Yeah.
Those are cool. Yeah, I feel like those got hot for a minute, and then they kind of like you stop seeing them, and people stop like showing that they're interested. But I feel like they're coming back a little bit now.
I've always wanted some, and they were unattainable when I was a kid, and then just having ball pythons. It's hard to break into another species when I have a small amount of room because like I could buy something that I can make money with my current stuff or whatever. But I actually decided to get the Bolins to find that passion again, to where I can just enjoy this thing for what it is. And when I breed them, I'm not disappointed because I miss the odds. I'm just like, oh, look at this one, and look at the shit you're going through with the green trees. They're all beautiful. You're not like this one sucks and that one. Oh crap, I didn't hit the triple.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of fucking an awesome thing about I guess the chondros or even emeralds. It's like you're not tripping off like what you made. You're happy what you made no matter what. Unless it's a yellow neonate. just kidding, dude. No, but
fire some people up.
Also too here's another thing, because and I know this is just a natural way of getting into the ball python game. The money is so wrapped around everything, and it's like almost an advanced level of Pokemon trading. You know what I mean? Like it's like there is dollar prices attached to anything you work with ball pythons. And when it comes to chondros or emeralds, yeah, you know what? There is a price tag, but when you get them to breed, dude, you don't give a fuck. Like you just are so happy that you got them here. And yeah, of course, money starts to come into the train of thought, but not right away. Like it's just not an instant thing. Like it's not, and it's not important. Like, yeah, I had sold maybe half of what I made this year, but I didn't have to, dude. And I am keeping the other half. And and I feel like that's maybe, I mean, I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons why I'm selling so many chondros, but I'm not stressing it. Like when you don't stress it and you're just like, fuck it, whatever. It's just easier that way. And it's more fun. And it's like, you don't have to like, be so determined about hitting something certain combo wise, like you said, because I'll tell you this year, bro, like, yeah, I love all my success with the chondros and the emeralds, but I got my ass handed to me with the ball pythons, like odds wise.
Oh, and it happens.
Yeah, I got worked. And normally I hit everything I want. This year, there's about 4 clutches where I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't hit one visual. And I couldn't believe it. And so, but it is what it is.
I do really well with the ball pythons too, just because I only have like one shot at this and one shot at that and one shot at this. So like I had a really good, I went to Atlanta, Bob's show in Atlanta, and that was, I brought all the babies I had, the stuff I didn't want to sell and the stuff I did, but I had one of this, one of that, one of this, one of that. And it pretty much moved pretty easily, and it's not like I've got 10 of these. You need to make a break. You know, I don't even have to give a deal. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. See if you can find one.
I mean, but here's the cool thing about like the ball pythons I made this year. They may not have been stuff I was trying to hit, but they are like they're actually beautiful looking animals that like they're super gravel combos and pavement combos. And they're all bright and colorful. And like, dude, those, I mean, not hard to sell those things at all. Like, you know, if it's good looking and it pops, that's a $300 animal all day. No problem.
Oh,
you know
I mean? Definitely. It's funny when you're out in the real world and somebody's like, you spent 10 grand on a snake, and then you show them something like a dark stranger, you know, and they're like, it's not even pretty. Like, I got this banana for $50, and you're like, yeah, to a normal person, it doesn't make sense. But to me, I need the gene to do this or that, you know?
I mean, I don't know what we consider normal. This is I mean, you got to really be, I mean, it sucks you in. This hobby really fucking sucks you in because you start off like, oh, like, yeah, I'll get one snake. And then you meet somebody who's all tapped into the whole world that we're living in. And it just goes off from there, man. And then depending on how your life is, like if you got hobby money that you could spend, you know, fucking there. Usually people go straight to the fucking top and they'll get a rack and fill that fucker up. And next thing you know, they're breeding in 3 years. And some of that goes well, some of that doesn't go well. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing right now with motherfuckers checking out, which I feel like it's kind of died down a bit. I'm like, man, I haven't seen an Instagram post of like someone selling their collection in about
not as much as you used to see. That's for sure.
Because I feel like we kind of got majority of those people who wanted to leave, you know, I'm sure they'll still pop up because we're still living in rough times. Like it's, you know, money's still an issue with a lot of people right now, which I understand. Like it is a tough time right now in the economy. So, you know, I get it, you know, but I also feel like we're getting closer to leveling out and being more what the reality should be in the Python game.
Yeah, it was artificially inflated due to COVID and all that. People had more time on their hands and things like that. Because it's a lot of work too. I think a lot of newbies get in, they don't realize how much work it is. They see what we have and they think I'm gonna get money really quick. But honestly, if you're coming in just for money, you're probably not going to succeed anyways. You got to have the passion to want the animals as it is, you know?
Yeah, and it's okay to like, and here's the thing, like I don't want to sound like I don't ever get motivated of thinking of money. Like it's okay, but like there's a time and a place. It shouldn't be your first, second, or third year. Like once you're 5, 6, 7 years in and you are holding shit back, I mean, yeah, dude, like it's a possibility at that point. But get to that point first. Like you got to get to that point. Like the whole like, let me build a timeline to make an income on year one is fucking insane to me. And I see it. Like I've been seeing that since coming in. Like people have a business plan, like breeding. Why, bro, even in chondros, I know multiple people who've got loans from the banks, which I know that's not uncommon. But dude, you don't do that in 2025. Loans from the bank on a chondro? Like that is bizarre. That is just bizarre to me, dude. I would never in my life. Sorry, never in my entire life. Ever.
I never even thought you could get a loan to buy reptiles. I mean, I guess you really have to have a business plan.
Like, dude, these people legit got LLCs. Like, they went to the extent of branding themselves, stickers, sweaters, fucking everything, dude. And they haven't even bred yet. And it's like, go, dude, stop. Like, slow down. Like, but also, you never know if they're trying to hide other money too. Like, some of these people, I feel like, what are you doing this for? Like, I've seen people dump stupid fucking money, and I'm trying to think, like, are they trying to like expense shit? Like, are they looking for write-offs? Like, I almost think that some of these people,
some people are using it to help with other like business. Say you have a lawn business or something and it's very successful.
Yeah,
you can have this ball python loss business and somehow it equals out. I don't fucking know because I don't have all that, but
yeah,
I think people have been doing it.
Because I'm like, you know, there are some people been around. I'm like, dude, how are you selling snakes? Like, how are you like this is how, but mind you, I don't know. Listen, it's the money, but like you said, I don't know. How can you avoid not thinking of the money coming in, Barry? Like, especially if you are watching Melka's vlogs, if you're listening to Trap Talk and like, how do you like compartmentalize that thought and keep that away and just have fun with the animal? How do you not let the money get involved?
Well, you just have to maybe not get your hopes up so high right away.
Yeah, less expectations.
I always try to have low expectations in my clutches because I don't want to be disappointed. Because we've all been there, man. You miss something, something's deformed, something dies in the egg, you get slugs on the best clutch you have. All of that is very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And if you,
go ahead.
I was going to say, so I was even talking to Jason the other day, and I'm like, if you turn what you love into your profession, now money's involved big time. You don't love it so much anymore. So you want to know why I'm a mechanic? Because I wanted hot rods. I bought an 81 Camaro. I built the shit out of it while I was in school. It was a program that trained me for Chevrolet, so I was already at a dealer, and I just stayed there because I was making money. Well, you know what I have now? No hot rods. I don't want to look at a fucking car when I come home. I don't have barely shit for tools at home. So snakes is my escape from cars, you know. So like, I don't want the business of snakes to get stressful to the point where I don't like it either.
Yeah, I mean, I would always think like for instance, if I had to go work for Justin or something, like I don't think I'd ever keep ball pythons ever again. Like if that was my job working for Justin.
Oh yeah, all day long.
Why the fuck am I gonna keep anything else when I could just go to Justin's and just fucking, you know? But like also too, it's like, yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like it's crazy the levels you could take this if you really want to. And I feel like people are definitely they got egos, right? They definitely got egos. Yeah. And they also feel like when somebody tells them they can't do something, like I'm like that for sure. I'm 100%. That's why I did what I did with the chondros, because I was told when I was just only ball pythons for the most part, but I wanted to start breeding chondros. I was told like, dude, you just like, you're gonna get your heart broken. Like stay away. And when and then I was legit looking, and I was like, dude, there isn't a lot of people breeding chondros. Like this isn't easy. I wanted it, and mind you, fucking ate shit for 7 years, but you know, at the end it was worth it. But you know, you gotta really want it too. Like the whole this one thing I love about what you said so far tonight, Barry, is like you could have made visual puzzle shit a long time ago, but you refused to fucking, because you're like, you saw the truth of like the longevity in ball pythons. It's not about what you could immediately do. Like ball python is an immediate game. It's a long game. It's like it's all long game in ball pythons, and that's how the way you got to think.
So every year, right, you hatch your babies and then you're like holdbacks and shit to sell, right? Well, I usually end up selling a lot of holdbacks because that's where the money is. And then I go, crap, I really needed those, and now I'm behind a year. So then I'll get to the hoarding years, and then I don't sell any of them. And I just keep all the good stuff. And then I'm like, shit, I didn't make any money. So it's like a really fine balance of what you can let go and not let go for your future, and not your, you know, it's very difficult.
Yeah, and it's unpredictable. It really is, because like you said, you know, there's a lot of things. Like you got slug out clutches, you got males that just don't want to breed, you got stuff that just dies. First and foremost, these are living animals, right? So you could be doing everything perfectly right, walk in and say, what the fuck, why is this thing dead? You know, like, what did I do?
Animals hitting the wall, not eating good, you know, just
there's
all the nightmares that we've all gone through.
And I feel like the nightmares are almost in your favor. Like you should, I hate to say like go through nightmares, but if you could get through the nightmares, that's really what's gonna fucking chisel you and build what you need to be to do this for a long time. If you want to do this for a long time, I'm speaking to people that want to do this for a long time, not fucking I'm bored, let me do this until I get married or whatever. Like I'm talking about lifers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is just a passion. I've had snakes forever. I think I've tried to get out of them for years. The longest I think I've been no snakes was 3 years when I was in automotive school, and that was tough.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know another life. I really do. I mean, obviously I got my family, which I'm blessed for, but having this like a true passion, like, you know, I just don't know another life. It's the air I breathe. I will never see myself without a fucking reptile. Like even when I'm gray in the head, you know, if I could speak and I could fucking take myself and wipe my own ass, and I'm keeping a fucking reptile. I don't give a fuck. It's forever. You know what I mean?
It's fascinating, and I've always thought too, if I do get out of ball pythons and just want to have some cool snakes, you know, I used to want to like a cool Burmese. Well, Florida can't have that. So, and Golands, I have those, and you know, Bolins has always been you know, it is probably the difficulty of breeding in Bolins and the challenge that makes them so appealing to people. But
Yeah.
Which is possibly what's up with chondros too, you know?
Yeah, but again, like chondros are getting something where more people are starting to have success now. Like and I feel like Bolin's is going to be like that too with the more captive bred babies we have putting out. I mean, shout out to Scott Flood, Mark Miles. Who are we missing? I think those are only 2 guys breeding Bolins on the regular basis here in the United States. I feel like those are the only 2 guys.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I know Ari. I shout out to Ari.
Yeah, people aren't dicks like they used to be. They share the
information.
Information. Back in the day when you wanted to breed chondros, that was like, well, I did it. Good luck with you, you know.
Very fucking like very, very bland and just like, you know, super dry information, like not even kind of giving you like details. And honestly, bro, like it sucks when you're brought up that way because you want to be like that too. Like once you get success, you don't want to just be like, hey guys, I found out what worked. Like you don't want to like, and for me also, the way I was brought up, fucking dude, late 80s, 90s, bro. Like if something worked for you, you hoard it. You don't share it to everyone, but maybe you're good friends. You know what I'm saying? But obviously like we're in a different era, I feel like. And now with me having my Tuesday show with Bill and Marshall, which shout out to those boys, man, who've gave out all their information that they do on a weekly basis with me. Like we're going to start seeing more success, dude. And also, and with Scott Flood producing the amount that he's doing, we're definitely going to have more. Where are you going? What's going on right now?
Just the dog is fucking scratching at the door, driving me nuts.
You're good. I was just confused. All right. We're going to go to commercial break. So get in position. Guys, get the like button hit. We're going to cut to commercial right now. So stay tuned. Be right back. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. You know, longevity is one of the biggest things I strive for when it comes to thinking about being a part of the reptile industry. That's why I'm very proud about today's sponsor, Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. 40 plus years, full-time reptile keeper, enthusiast. This guy, you can catch all his amazing ball python projects on MORPH Market. So make sure you head over to MORPH Market, and that's Mark Bailey Reptiles on MORPH Market. See what he has available currently. And I got to tell you one thing, he's one of the biggest and most respected ball python breeders we have today in the ball python game. So shout out to Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Thank you for all the support. And again, make sure you head over to his account on MORPH Market, see what he has available. Thank you so much, Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Devin.
I'm Teresa, and we are Pragmors. We are based in Czech Republic, a small country in the middle of Europe.
We really love animals that revolve around multi-recessive projects, and one of our very favorites is Hypo. We're really looking forward to clutches that are coming this season, and some of those are Hypo Clown, DG Clown, Hypo DG Clown, and one of our all-time favorites, Hypo Puzzle.
Hope you enjoyed the next episode on Trap Talk, the greatest reptile network in the world.
If you guys want to see next level cutting edge ball python projects, please make sure you head over to their Instagram to follow all their amazing work and head over to their website to see what they could possibly have available by heading over to progmorphs.com. Thank you again, Devin and Teresa, for bringing some of the biggest heat worldwide in the ball python game. If you want to be organized, if you want to be cutting edge in the ball python game, then you don't want to miss this. Shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. No better place to start off than by using this app. Clutch is an organization app that helps you organize all your ball python projects. It also helps your peers and your fellow community members look at what you possibly have coming for the upcoming ball python season, what you have currently available on MORPH Market. It's so awesome to be ahead of the game by using organization app like Clutch. Thank you so much, the entire Clutch team, amazing team over at Clutch. If I were you, I would head over to Clutch's Instagram account, and I would also head over to their website, try it out, see how it works for you, but especially if you're just now coming into this, before you build your reptile collection, I would do it organized, and I would do it with Clutch. Thank you, Clutch, for being so amazing. Excited to hear what Clutch has to bring in the near future. Chee. All right, and we're back. Let's get that like button smashed for the homie Barry. And, Barry, kind of just piggybacking off the topic we were just discussing right now, like with no guarantees in what we do.
Yeah.
What's crazy too, man, I feel like people are forgetting this right now. Like ball pythons, we know it's not hard to get eggs. It's not hard to get them to come out. I feel like that step is almost so textbook and easy at this point because all the information, right? But how are you going to sell these fuckers? You know what's crazy?
Oh, yeah.
even with green tree pythons right now, I see some people out there who have some pretty nice designer shit, and they're literally doing 50% off right now. Like they're only because I know they can't sell. They're not and so even with as crazy as ball pythons are sought after, like there are ways about going on how to get your name out there so you know how to fucking sell your animals. Because if you don't do enough of that work, you're gonna struggle. You're good. Doesn't matter what the species is. Okay, maybe Bolin's okay, but like let's get real.
Yeah.
Doing that. But you know what I'm saying? Like and Chondros, like I said, is gonna get something that's gonna get a lot easier to breed as the years go along, and it's gonna become saturated. Not like ball pythons. I don't think anything will get to ball pythons level, but it's gonna change. And dude, that's why like you see, and nothing against people wanting to, I don't want to say fully get out of ball pythons and do something else, but it's not gonna be easier anywhere else. Like you still got to know how to fucking market yourself and how to sell your animals.
Well, it's only took me 30 years to try to do that. So
I think with you though, man, you put yourself around the right people. Like you've had people bring up your name like randomly. I can't even remember who the first person was that brought your name up on my show, but it was like 4 or 5 years ago, dude. And like, so you again, you are who you hang around with, and you are and like associate yourself with. And I feel like you've always been around a crowd that fucking knew what the hell they were doing. And I think that's also a good way to kind of market yourself is being around the right people, you know?
Oh yeah. You know, and Bob Vu and I were coming up at the same time as far as actually with social media and everything. You know, I probably done it a lot longer than he did, but I never was really out there or never had a King Snake account, nothing. I mean, I just got Morph Market last fall.
Right.
And I just did the branding this year, but I knew enough people in the background to move things, but not for retail and things like that either. So I'm learning a lot now, and I'm actually having fun with it. I'm actually, I don't know why I was always in the background. Like it's actually nice being out there, meeting people like, hey, oh, I like it, you know, and keeping up with social media.
Well, I mean, because you didn't come up in the social media days.
No.
Like you're somebody who like you know, there was a lot of people who only had Facebook and they refused to get Instagram, like those keepers, right?
I was one of those guys.
There you go. Okay. So but mind you, I give you props because you have to, at some point, you got to tap into what's happening in the real world with social media. Like again, that's why I almost don't get mad at some people who go full force with the marketing, because okay, but you just better have a fucking, like, you better have a good, passionate reason on why you're being so, like, let me brand myself, right? And again, if it's not passion, if it's the money, like, what do you, or sorry, so you are doing it to cover some shit. I don't know. But I just, yeah, I don't know. There's so many different ways, different avenues on how to go about it. But man, I'll tell you right now, that's what's getting people to look around saying, do I want to do ball pythons? Because they can't sell their shit. They gotta rely on auctions. I love auctions, don't get me wrong, but motherfuckers are struggling right now.
I haven't done an auction yet, but I will wholesale byproducts, but I just know enough people to take those. But you know,
because I'm Barry, if I make anything really nice, I'm keeping it. Like I would never sell anything right now in this market. Like just because for me, I know the nicer shit that you're able to hold on to, it's a benefit for you because you know you're not having to devalue your project first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then also you're gonna know you're gonna make something better with it. So anything that is really like where I feel like I can't put this on auction, I just keep it, you know. And then I got my Patreon members. Like I'll offer it to some people who I know might have interest, but it's better when you just want to keep it. Like when it's yours, dude, it's awesome.
Oh, definitely.
I don't need to sell a snake to fucking have a roof over my head, you know.
People always knew like where's the, you know, with me I was like a speakeasy, like what's the secret knock and the this and that, how do I get your animals, you know. And it was just because I didn't have an outlet, and you know, now that I do, it's helpful. And I'm actually finding out, like, even if I just put random stuff on my Morph Market and I'm like, oh, it's not moving, like I even put something on sale not too long ago and then it didn't move, and I'm like, oh, that sucks, you know. And then like a week later somebody bought it for what it was at, not at sale price, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Dude, a lot of this shit is right place, right time, you know. And you know, especially if you have something nice on ball python, you know, it's just not, the right eyes just need to see it. Once the right eye sees it, they'll pay for that fucking money. This is why I don't mind auctions sometimes, because I had a snake, I think, listed at a $675, right? And I remember, I forget what it was, DG something. And so I put it on the auction. It sold for 900. And I was like, whoa, that's fucking sick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
somehow it can work if it's the right person who wants it. Yeah.
And yeah, right. If it's a good looking snake, like if it's fucking something where no matter if it's breeding or pet keeping, somebody wants that snake. And so, yeah.
Well, here's the difference with the auction is when you go on Morph Market, right? I mean, do most people just start skimming through the recent posts, or are they going to a category of what they want to look for? And then they never see that other stuff. But when they go to the auctions, all that random shit's on there. And they're like, oh, I think I do want that.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm usually just hitting up puzzle and paint in certain categories. I don't just scan through the whole Morph Market.
And, you know, auctions look like a fucking chance to win something. Like auctions, it brings some sort of like excitement to where you could be like, fuck, I could get this for really cheap, you know, like, and which is good because you could definitely come up. But also like being someone who's going to an auction to sell their animals, you can't have high expectations. Like you get what you get, you know? I think there's only been one time where I'm like, damn, did it really sell for that low? And it is what it is. But for the most part, dude, I've been so happy. I mean, I must have gotten like 25, 30 animals sold off auction already by now.
And they always move if you need to move something, that it'll move, you know. But I mean, I went through the same thing with eBay buying tools. I would end up being that guy going, you know what, fuck you, I'm getting it. I don't care if I'm overpaying.
Yeah. Dude, my God, that's a trip. So let's talk about what's currently on the agenda for you going into 2026. I mean, I loved what you made this year, but what are we looking at going into next year when it comes to anything you're excited about?
Well, I'm very excited about the Ultra Hypo Puzzle project because me and Jason had that project together, and I had to buy him out of it, but we did produce a visual male this year, and we have adult females, you know, triple hets and a couple puzzle double hets. So I'm ready to go and start popping these out try to get some combos even.
That snake's not out. That snake's not around, is it? We can't look at that snake?
It's out in the, I mean, if you want to give me like 5 minutes to go and get it.
Oh, you want to go? You can show it?
You want to see it?
No, I meant like, is it posted somewhere? Like, is
it
like
post? Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it's not posted. I don't know. Jason, I think, posted it once. I haven't posted it myself.
Wait, what snake is this again?
Ultra Hypo Puzzle.
Okay, who wants to see this? I want to see this. Go get it. We got to see it.
Go get it. All right.
Okay, come on. Okay, the reason why I'm gonna have Barry go get this, and I'll entertain you guys why he's gonna go get it. But dude, a lot of you guys out there are not feeling ultra male hypo. And again, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't work ultra male. I do work hypo. I will definitely say hypo is something you got to be careful with. You don't want hypo in everything. For the most part, hypo is good in most stuff, for me at least.
Hypo is great in everything.
Okay, there you go. Very simple. But,
hypo doesn't ruin a single project. That's what I've always felt.
Wow. Well, there you go. What I'm gonna say to that, Barry, if you can hear me, is I don't know if I want it in my super gravel or pavement clown stuff hypo. I think it's going to take some of the pop away. That's what I'm worried, because if you have a really crazy colorful snake, and this is why some people don't like hypo ultra stuff, is because it takes the Jurassic pop away. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. You want to see this thing?
Let's do it.
Where is it? So the lighting is probably not so great, but
it's hard to see the hypo, but that's a fucking clean looking animal, bro. That is nice.
Yeah, it's hold on a second. Trying to do this shit one-handed.
You're good. What if you leave the camera up and just put your hand up to the camera? Like leave it posted? Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I guess I just flip it like this.
What? Stand up and put your hands down like you're like almost like this. Stand up. Yeah, there you go. And then pull it back a little bit. There we go. Now lean it, like tilt it forward. There we go. That's cool. Now you can bring it close and show it.
Yeah, I don't know if the
looks
lighting
good.
in here is kind of yellow, but
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
gonna
good. That's
post him
fucking
up.
nice, dude.
I'm gonna post him up soon on he just shed because he was in shed when you were out in Tinley. 'Cause I
Damn,
did have
that's
him in
nice.
Tinley.
No, yeah. So that snake. Okay, you didn't have that snake at Tinley, or you did?
I did. You did actually
It
film
looked
it.
purple. Remember, it looked purple.
Yeah, it was in shed. Yeah.
Yeah, so that snake is actually going to be on tomorrow's Morph Market vlog. Because remember, I came by your table and I shot that. So guys, make sure you head over to Morph Market and set your reminder for tomorrow's vlog because you'll be able to see that snake in shed. It's legit purple in shed. It's fucking very impressive. But
Now,
that snake looks great, bro. That snake looks awesome.
Oh yeah, if I could get yellow belly and black pastel and stranger, and I got all the ingredients to get that done.
Makes me happy that you're that bought in on hypo too. Like I feel like I haven't met somebody that bought in a long time with when they say hypo should be in everything. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I've been doing hypo everything for a long time.
Do you work DG at all or no?
I do have some hypo DG stuff. I've got a hypo DG tri-stripe project and a hypo DG puzzle project. I just didn't hit anything good.
I'll tell you how I feel about DG. It ain't shit without hypo. I'll tell you that much. Like I feel like hypo needs DG for the long run.
I agree. I like hypo and DG together, especially once it's a combo of some sort.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge DG puzzle fan, which is weird, where most people have been kind of leaning that way over hypo. And I'm like, in the long run, when you come back, if they were all the same price sitting on the table at $500, I think the hypos are still going to blow people away.
Some of the very first puzzles I ever saw in person was at Will Morrow's place when I went to go to Canada a few years back, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" He showed me a bunch of DG puzzle stuff, and it was pretty, like it was nice. But for me personally, hypo puzzle I don't know what it is with that look. It's just a lot more cleaner. And again, like I don't see why you wouldn't want DG hypo puzzle. Like I don't know why. Like I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by not even putting hypo in the mix.
Yeah, which I'm trying to do, but I get what you're saying. I feel the same way. Like why do it? Just like I have Ultra Mail puzzle stuff, and I actually sold that stuff to help buy out the triple because I'm like I don't need the double anymore. I need to do the triple. Wow. And yeah, so the next big thing I'm pushing is paint, which again, hypo.
Ooh, yeah, dude, paint.
So you also saw that. I made the OD hypo paint mail, and now I'm like, I know where to go with this.
Yeah, let's pull this up, man. How long have you been in? I want to say the first person to tap me into paint was me, Chad Holker. What a guy.
Yeah.
But I'm curious how paint entered your collection, and how you got this snake. Talk about it.
I wanted paint a long time ago. When I was buying my DG hypos, I think paints were like $200. I wanted some females, and I ran out of money because I bought the DG hypos from Jeremy, and I was like, damn it. And I passed on them, but I've been eyeballing. It's another morph. I think I eyeball stuff a really long time before I dive in, because paint's been out for 20 years. I mean, It's been out forever.
Yeah.
And I used to like it back then, but I feel like reclassifying it as a recessive kind of helped it too, even though there's a big fight about that. But honestly, every codominant is a recessive, or you know what I mean? Like pastel's het, super pastel. If you just think of everything like that, it's not so complicated. But I think I got into paint 4 years ago. I finally picked up a breeder male paint from a friend, and I bred it to some hypo stuff because that's what I wanted to do, make hypo paints. And it took me, I didn't make any last season, and then this season I finally made hypo paint. I got lucky; it was an OD hypo paint and a male. So
this thing is badass right here, man.
Yeah, and
one of my favorite paints ball python combo I've seen so far.
I appreciate it, and I really love what Orange Dream does with paint. It really like makes it more granity, I guess you could say. It's just busier. It's interesting. And I'm trying to do puzzle paint hypo stuff, so I'm waiting for old Holker to beat me to it, so if he could to show me if it's worth doing or not.
Say that again. You're waiting for him to hit what?
I'm waiting for Holker to hit some paint puzzles so I can see if it's worth it or not, but I think it will be.
Yeah, because this is just paint. This is just paint hypo OD, right?
Yeah.
And look at the pattern already. So I'm real curious what puzzle will do. I mean, it's either gonna make it look fucking cooler, or you might not be able to tell there's puzzle in it. That's the thing with puzzle, you would say, right? Like,
well,
there's
there's cryptic puzzle out there, and the picture I saw that William Ott made of the cryptic puzzle is really cool. This is why I have a hypocryptic to
what's his
do
name?
that.
What William who?
William Ott, I think.
What's he go by?
Is that the American made guy? I'm not sure.
Dude.
Honestly, I don't know who he is. That's just what the name of the picture was. But that might be American made exotics. I'm not 100%. But either way, if you search up cryptic paint on Google, you probably find the picture of it, and it looks really good. And I always look at some cryptic combos when I look at puzzle, even though cryptic and G-stripe is cool and puzzle and G-stripe is not. But a lot of the other stuff, you can kind of get a feel. So I'm hoping it'll work. Only one way to find out, right?
Yeah. So I mean, in the long run, if we're kind of talk about what the snake's future looks like, this is a male you said right here, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what's he gonna get paired up to once he's ready in the next few months?
He's gonna get paired up to some puzzle stuff, some anything hypo that has other genes that I need to mix in there with it. Hypo DGs. I wasn't gonna do DG at first until this guy popped out, and I look at it and I'm like, you know what, DG would be a plus because I've always.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't see why not. Yeah, that I would love DG in
well,
this.
I look at like a regular paint, and then I look at DG, and I just felt like it would take away from the paint, and like the same thing with puzzle. I feel like DG mutes pattern, so I don't want to mute pattern, but with how clean that thing is, it's going to look good as DG. Get some yellow belly in there, some hurricane. I actually have a blitz paint I picked up. So
how solid is the paint project right now? You feel like value wise, is it holding pretty good?
At the moment, its prices have been coming down a little bit, and only thing holding it up is the clown project, because it's been out forever, but no one's really done anything with it. So now there seems to be 3 or 4 people working hypo paint now, and I think we're going to get it rolling, but there's still a ton of shit that could be done with it. It's just another slap-on project.
So what in your eyes, what would make you think that causes paint's value to kind of go down a little bit? Like, is it because people are making them and they're just available, or what's the reason you think?
Well, they weren't worth much until the paint clowns came out, and Justin said, "Hey, look, paint clown," and then all of a sudden they were $2,000, and now probably the same reason that DG clown was going down, because you all either already have it or have heads for it, so you're not buying it. So now it's coming back down because everyone's just going, I want to do paint clown, and not going, what else can I do with paint? Where's ultra paint? That's probably badass. I think
so we're blaming Justin.
We're not blaming Justin. Justin hypes it up, but it's up to you to take it to the next level.
Yeah, it's true.
Not just go, I made paint clowns, what do I do with it? Like, everybody should build off of everyone's projects, not chase the same project. Like, Pompeii's cool, but where else can I go with it?
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I feel like people have like a mindset of you hit it and then it's over. Like, no, dude, like it's supposed to never be over. Like, that's
no.
Like, and the thing is, it's over when you let it go. Like, if you finally hit that paint visual combo that you're making and you fucking sell it, well, what are you doing? Like, it's why would you want to get rid of such a snake? You know what I mean? Unless money's involved, of course.
Yeah, I put at least 4 years into making a hypo paint, and this is just the beginning. I hit the goal animal, and now I'm like, I'm there. Now the doors and windows are wide open. I got all kinds of places to go with it.
Yeah, now the fun begins, because now you got pieces to fucking the real, goal that you're trying to hit now.
Definitely. So I've got plans to do things with that. I'll probably do Ultramel with it too. I think Ultramel, even I slept on Ultramel forever. I think that's a cool project too with certain things.
I gotta ask you, Barry, what's the total number of snakes or ball pythons that you have? How big is your collection?
It's it teeters about 100 animals, and then whatever hatchlings are laying around.
That's perfect. That's not a lot at all. That's like, I feel like, I mean, obviously to us, I mean, I feel like the random person, yeah, that's a lot of snakes, but dude, 100, I feel like 100's perfect.
Oh yeah, well, adult wise, I only have 70 tubs.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So 70 adults, and then a whole back rack, and then a hatchling rack. And I could probably use more hatchling space, but I can't get any bigger. And everyone says I should build a bigger room, and I already know where that's going to lead. And nope, it's too much now.
Stress.
So
yeah, for now at least, like you, and that I think the same, because I'm like, God damn, like I downsized because I know, like, well, yeah, I could add stuff, additions to my room, but I'm like, that sounds so stressful. It sounds expensive. It just sounds like stuff that's not going to make this fun for right now. And I want to keep it fun, especially if everything's breeding for me right now. So I'm like, I'm good. Like, I do. I mean, who couldn't use more room? Everyone could use more room. It's something that, like, even when I build an extended room, I'm going to need another room. Like it just never stops, really. Like if you let it.
Oh, definitely. And it helps keep it helps keep the ADD down, where
for sure.
I can concentrate on a few projects instead of being all over the freaking place.
Dude, fuck, amen. And I feel like that's one thing I didn't realize I was killing myself with, is having all these different species, and I was just like everywhere. Like I would, I'd be working one thing and then noticing something with another, and I would completely stop everything I'm doing and go work with that species. And I was like, man, it was. Yeah, man, my ADD was so, like, didn't know what to do with itself back then, bro. Like, but once you dial it down, it becomes more fun, because yeah, you're still ADD now, but like less is more, like,
oh yeah, way more. Just with what I have, without adding anything new, I probably have 10 years of projects I can work with. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I don't even have to add new stuff to go where I want to go, but if I find the right things. But like, even with the puzzles, I'm raising up a whole bunch of hits of combos of things that I need to add in there, and I'm getting closer. But I just don't see the point to just make more of the same just to sell. I'm not in it to make a clutch to sell. Every clutch I'm making there better be something in there for me.
Yeah. 100%. Right. And I feel like that should be the 2025 going into 26. That should be the energy, man. You got to make stuff for you. Just because, again, we don't know where things are headed, even though we have a good idea where we're leveling out now, we still don't know. So what if you get to a point where you better be happy with what you have, or you're going to be miserable? Like, what the fuck? Like, you better be breeding for yourself. You know what I mean?
Definitely. You're your own best customer. And
yeah, dude. God damn.
And honestly, if people said, well, what do you want to buy? Well, what I want to buy is either not for sale or doesn't exist. So I have to fucking make it anyways.
Dude, exactly. All right, I got a wrap up topic for you, Barry. And then we'll get into some hot seat questions. But I mean, obviously you are now entering different chapters of the hobby, with kind of, putting yourself out there more, which is exciting. But if things happen to continue to take off for you, and the stars align, do you ever see yourself doing this full time? Do you ever see yourself like hanging up the mechanic fucking toolbox and just doing this and hitting the show scene, or doing whatever you got to do to grow? Or what do you think?
It's actually a possibility. I've been telling myself I'm 40. What am I, 46 now? I have to think about it. That's how bad it is. So I'm 46. I want to put about 10 more years into being the mechanic. Then my body just can't handle it, trying to keep up, and you're not going to get paid the same, because you have to be fast, and it's like a commission thing. It's not like I just get paid to show up. So so my body's not going to be able to handle it. So I'm thinking when I'm 55-ish and the house is going to be paid off right around that same time, that I can do an easier job. Well, what's an easier job than something I'm already making 50 on the side doing, which I can just up it up a little bit, and so it varies. I do like 40 to 60 a year, and then keep a bunch of cool stuff off of a small collection. So I'm sure if I doubled that, I could do it like for a living.
But your gut tells you good things are coming with the ball python game. You think, overall, like if we were to kind of think 5-6 years, even 10 years down the road, what do you think things are going to be like?
I mean, I don't know. Like you always think there's never going to be another new MORPH or whatever. You know, people think that, but we thought that forever. Now, yeah, now you've got Tornado and Cosmos and a couple other things that people are running around.
Scrambler's going to be called Omelet in like 10 years.
Yeah. Hey, Spider's going to come back with a new name. Everybody's going to want it.
What the fuck?
But yeah, you know, the hobby's not going anywhere because there's still a ton of people who haven't even gotten to experience it yet. And I don't care who you are, you still have the passion for it. And if you had the disposable money, you'd be buying this shit left and right. It's all about the fact that no one has disposable money in their pocket right now. Everyone's paying their bills and going, fuck, you know, I got to do a payment plan on a $500 snake. And honestly, if you got a payment plan on a $500 snake, you probably don't need it, but
agree. Agree.
I mean, that's where we're at. But you know, once times come back around and you've got that extra money in your pocket, you're going to be like, oh yeah, let me buy this and that and this. I mean, you're always going to love it and want it. I don't see it just disappearing just because, you know, everything's been done and, you know, whatever the naysayers want to say about it. I mean, I've heard that the hobby's ending at least 6 times since I've been in it. I've even sold out 2 or 3 of those times and got back in.
I mean, I was told the whole saturation thing in 2017. And there was like, you know, you had people that were really kind of targeting ball python people to be like fucking dumb and like don't do it and like almost. And then there was even people exiting then. Like I remember 2017, you had people leaving the hobby then that were like kind of shitting on it. Do you remember this guy, dude? Oh my God. Oh wait, you weren't really around social media though, were you? He went by, his handle was called SSS Snakes or SSS Scales. If anyone's around in the chats who remember this handle, it was a blue. He was like, dude, this guy was fucking out there. But he was like, he was one of the more popular guys on Instagram back then. But he was like, as he was like, you could tell he was like either selling out or something. He just became very negative, and then everything was about shitting on the ball python game. And it's like you're seeing that now with some people, and it's like, what the fuck, you know? And it's kind of like, all right, I guess you're going out bitter and fucking salty. And so, but that's, you know, you could expect.
Yeah, it's gone. It's been like that every time. There's always sour people. Someone got a sour taste in their mouth because whatever project they put a bunch of money into didn't work out.
Yep.
And I'll tell you too, I've like Motley Clown, there's 2 or 3 other things I've bought and failed at. And
yeah,
those projects were bummers. You know, it's not everything's a winner when you get in and try to work it. But I have had a lot of success. A lot of people seem to think I have like a vision of where to go with stuff. I have no idea. I just know I just know where I want to go with it. So I've learned to just follow my own judgment and not try to do what everyone else is doing, and just do, this is what I want to do. If I like it, somebody will like it.
I mean, it's really easy just to follow what someone else is doing. And I feel like, you know, this is what kind of shows how some of these people are lazy. Like, I mean, lazy work is lazy work, and you could see it by just following other people's fucking work. It's kind of like how some of these fucking reptile podcasts pop out of nowhere, and they're like, the fuck, where'd you get this? You know, it's almost like,
oh yeah,
did you put any kind of thought into doing something different? Like, this looks like a definitely knockoff version of fucking whatever. Like, and we all know, I ain't stupid, I ain't gotta put names out there. Let's fucking connect the dots here, guys. But it just shows like people just want to coattail off others who are putting in the work and just be lazy about it. And so, and you know what, that's fine, because lazy work exposes itself. People can see lazy shit from a mile away, and a lot of these people right now who are wondering what to do, and stop being fucking lazy. How about that? Figure it out. Stop being lazy. And I think that's what Barry has. Barry, the thing is, I feel like you're a chill guy, and you're not concerned about other things but yourself. And I think you're so focused on what you have and not what others have. And that's another thing where people get caught.
Yeah, definitely.
People are so wondering what who and who's doing and blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, fucking figure it out, dude. Like, find out what you like. You know, slow down.
Yeah, there are, you know, it's even like that at my mechanic job. People are more worried about what everyone else is doing than what they're doing, and that's not a way to be successful.
Yeah, man, worrying about others does not pay your bills. It does not help you. It's like, dude, I don't know, but some people don't have a life either, dude. You know, you got people a part of this hobby that aren't even breeding. And I'll keep saying that because it's fucking crazy. I get it. Admire the work, but don't talk shit about it if you're not even breeding. Shut up. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're not even a part of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God damn.
And it's like art, you know, like
It is
I'm not
art.
good. I'm
Art is
not good at real art. I suck at drawing. My brother
Same.
can
I
do
can't
all
draw
that
shit.
stuff. I can't draw, paint. I mean, I could build things, I guess, but like I don't really have art, but somehow I can like design snakes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, listen, same here, dude. What's crazy is my wife was doing some coloring with my son, and I'm like, how the fuck you stay in the lines? I'm like, I was like looking at her, I'm like, I can't. Like, even as a kid, like in elementary school, I would see other, you know, mainly girls are really good at art, but like,
Oh yeah.
I realized I'm like, dude, I'm not good at this shit. Like, I can't even try to concentrate. I'm fucking just ADD, dude, just fucking out the lines and then once I see it out the line, I just go ballistic and go crazy. I don't give a fuck at that point. But this is the kind of art I'm good at, like you. Like, I'm like, dude, I love creating this kind of art I'm proud of. You know what I mean? So yeah.
It is my version of art, you know.
It is living art, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I enjoy this hobby a lot, and I still call it a hobby. I know it's a business now, you know, but I still call it a hobby to me. And if I treat it like a hobby instead of a business, maybe I'll enjoy it more.
And it also keeps you a kid at heart, you know, like I think one of the reasons why we love what we do, Barry, it makes us feel young. It's like we're here, we are geeking over snakes, okay, grown ass men, and here we are over reptiles, getting all excited. And again, money aside, we still love doing this. It's fun. This is a fun thing to be a part of, and I feel like it keeps us young at heart.
Oh yeah, and I'm over here with a $20,000, you know, ultra hypo puzzle in my collection, and I'm geeking out on an $800 Angolan python.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? There you go, dude. Yeah, man. I knew you were going to bring a lot of wisdom to tonight's show, and I know this won't be the only time we see you, Barry. I'm so happy we got this episode finally in. But I'm also excited that it happened the way it did, because I see yourself definitely being out there more like you are already. And I know round 2 is going to be an exciting episode to hear what you've been hitting. And so I'm just happy for you, bro.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I'm getting more comfortable doing these podcasts and stuff too. You know, it's just, you know, I'm evolving pretty fast here in the last couple of years.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. But you know what's crazy? You're evolving like the opposite of how people are usually evolving right now. Right now, people are like, let me learn how to do reels and social media, and then the breeding comes. You were all about the breeding first, and now here comes the social media, which I feel like this is the best way to do it. A lot easier said than done, because you can't really have amazing projects and just be in the closet nowadays. You can't. Like you're part of an era where you could get away with that in a sense, because who you knew. But now, if you're new into this and you're not connecting on social media, dude, you're like fucking Stevie Wonder.
And I wasn't getting a lot of credit for a lot of this stuff either,
that as well. Yep, that exactly right. And so why, you know, again, hard work deserves credit. So, but cool. Let me give you some hot seat questions before we let you go. All right, Barry, you cool with that?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys. Appreciate everyone who's here right now. Let's get the likes up. Hot seat questions. This is Barry's first episode, so he's gonna get the OG hot seat questions. You ready, Barry?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Coming in hot. Frozen thought or live?
Live.
First thing you would feed a baby ball python?
Mouse hopper.
Egg cut or no cut?
I'm a cutter trying to not cut.
So you cut on what day?
Yep. Probably like 56.
Red chondro or red neonate chondro or yellow neonate chondro? You had to pick. You have to pick one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick red, but not because of you.
Whoa, what do you mean? No, because you like them.
Because I think it just looks neater.
Yeah. So yeah, that wasn't a paid question, by the way. Like he said that because he legit likes the red. So thank you for saying that. People might have thought I might have persuaded you to say that. That was not a marketing scheme. Just so you guys know. How about this? To spray a ball python or to never spray a ball python?
Never spray a ball python.
Why are you laughing? Dude, I spray the shit out of mine.
That's for Chris. That's for Chris.
Fucking Chris, dude. He was in the chats earlier. Shout out to Coach Rice. Yay imports or boo imports?
Boo imports.
Yay sports or boo sports?
Yay sports.
Say that again?
I said yay sports.
What's your favorite sport?
Football.
Favorite football team?
Bills.
The Bills. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta ask you.
My wife's from Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Respect to your wife. That's a smart man.
Yeah.
Big flexor or no flexor? I know the answer to this one.
What, a big flexor or no flexor?
Yeah, you a big flexor or no flexor, Barry?
No flexor, I guess.
Oh God. And that's not a bad thing. Respect. You're a humble dude. You're quiet. I get it. Steak or fish?
Steak.
Yay alcohol or boo alcohol?
Yay alcohol.
Favorite alcohol beverage?
Beer.
What kind of beer?
Stella.
Nice. Good man.
What I was drinking this whole time.
Yeah. Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Oh, Van Hagar.
Van Hagar?
What
The fuck, dude? You can't do that.
Yeah,
No.
that's what they're called.
No, it's Van Halen or Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, when they're together, it's Van Hagar, man.
You got to pick, dude.
Van Halen.
Thank you. Fuck. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
West Coast.
Favorite West Coast rapper or rap group of all time?
Dre.
Nice, dude. That was easy. All right. Little word association. Just say the first thing to come to mind. Milk.
Butter.
Wow. Coco.
Chocolate.
Suck shed.
Spray.
FedEx shipping.
Late.
Dude, amen. I had one delayed today. I'm pissed. Morph market.
Fucking easy. I don't know. Great. Easy. I don't know.
Easy. Yeah, I like that.
Now with
Morph market's so easy.
Easy to run a business and shit, man.
God bless. Instagram trolls. I don't even know if you deal with those yet. Probably not. Fuck them. There you go. All right. Last but not least, you can't cheat. I don't give a fuck whose feelings you might hurt. You just got to say it. First thing to come to mind. Coolest reptile network in the world.
Trap Top.
Barry fucking Swope, man. Barry, why don't you drop where people can follow you, hit you up at? Go ahead and drop all your plugs right now.
I'm on Instagram and Facebook under Barry Swope, and Morph Market under Elusive Propagations.
Yes, I'm going to put all the links to his Morph Market, to his IG in the description below. Thank you so much for coming by tonight, Barry. I hope you enjoy your evening, and can't wait to have you back, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It was a good time.
All right, guys, do me a favor. Give it up. It's a wrap for Barry Swope, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barry. Have a good night, bro. Appreciate it.
I will. All right, thanks.
All right, guys, hit that like button for Barry. He did great, man. If you thought Barry did great tonight, drop a comment and go give him a follow right now, because definitely, dude, I like people like Barry, man. Laid back, chill, got some sick-ass shit that he's working with, and he knows it. So shout out to you, Barry. Thanks for coming on tonight, and shout out to everyone in the chats. This was a great episode. Just to remind you guys, this is your first time watching. If you thought tonight's episode was great, hit that subscribe button for your boy, man. Hit that notification bell. You'll be reminded of every episode released out of the network 7 days a week. Okay, that's right. Monday through Sunday, you get a brand new episode. All right, tomorrow is the Bolin's Python Roundtable. We were just discussing about Bolin Pythons, and if you want to get your Bolin Pythons fix, you got it here on the network. All because of Ari Flagel, man. So thank you so much, Ari. The Bolin's Python Roundtable happening here tomorrow, Friday. Make sure you set your reminder for that. And yeah, I appreciate all love and support, man. If you're looking for exclusive content, make sure you come join the Trap Talk Patreon family. If you want to be a part of the wait list with my chondros, my emeralds, and have other really cool exclusive things to be a part of, come join the Trap Talk Patreon family, Discord, and awesome Instagram group chat. Please check out all my sponsors in the description below. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Catch you guys here Monday for New Breed on the Block, my boy Big E Top G. But that's a wrap for episode 696. Holy cow, approaching 700 episodes. Have a good night. Again, check out all my sponsors. See you here next week. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. You know, longevity is one of the biggest things I strive for when it comes to thinking about being a part of the reptile industry. That's why I'm very proud about today's sponsor, Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. 40 plus years, full-time reptile keeper, enthusiast. This guy, you can catch all his amazing ball python projects on Morph Market. So make sure you head over to Morph Market, and that's Mark Bailey Reptiles on Morph Market. See what he has available currently. And I got to tell you one thing, he's one of the biggest and most respected ball python breeders we have today in the ball python game. So shout out to Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Thank you for all the support. And again, make sure you head over to his account on Morph Market, see what he has available. Thank you so much, Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Devin.
I'm Teresa, and we are Pragmorphs. We are based in Czech Republic, a small country in the middle of Europe.
We really love animals that revolve around multi-recessive projects, and one of our very favorites is Hypo. We're really looking forward to clutches that are coming this season, and some of those are Hypo Clown, DG Clown, Hypo DG Clown, and one of our all-time favorites, Hypo Puzzle.
Hope you enjoyed the next episode on Trap Talk, the greatest reptile network in the world.
If you guys want to see next level cutting edge ball python projects, please make sure you head over to their Instagram to follow all their amazing work, and head over to their website to see what they could possibly have available by heading over to progmorphs.com. Thank you again, Devin and Teresa, for bringing some of the biggest heat worldwide in the ball python game. If you want to be organized, if you want to be cutting edge in the ball python game, then you don't want to miss this. Shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. No better place to start off than by using this app. Clutch is an organization app that helps you organize all your ball python projects. It also helps your peers and your fellow community members look at what you possibly have coming for the upcoming ball python season, what you have currently available on Morph Market. It's so awesome to be ahead of the game by using organization app like Clutch. Thank you so much, the entire Clutch team, amazing team over at Clutch. If I were you, I would head over to Clutch's Instagram account, and I would also head over to their website, try it out, see how it works for you. But especially if you're just now coming into this, before you build your reptile collection, I would do it organized, and I would do it with Clutch. Thank you, Clutch, for being so amazing. Excited to hear what Clutch has to bring in the near future. Cheers.